Hey friends, today's Warlock build is focused on using the exotic class item with necrotic and synthocep to boost my melee damage, and of course, as you could probably imagine, it's going to be paired with lightning surge, because there's not really a good counter to this ability. I'll talk more on that later. I've been playing less Warlock lately in PvP, because right now it is my go-to class for PvE, and I'm too lazy to keep slotting these in, and I don't own all the gear I want yet. So as soon as I finish my shopping list, we're going back to PvP builds, and I'm curious what Warlock builds you think are competitive and effective in Destiny 2. I'm not looking for fun. Anyway, Spirit and Necrotic has a synergy with Weapons of Sorrow. Those include Necrochasm, Thorn, and Osteostriga. Though I don't think you should be obsessed with that synergy, since you can still be very effective with Monte Carlo to give you more melees, or Hawkmoon because it's one of the best weapons in the game. The energy weapon I'm pairing with this is Nessa's Oblation, since it has paracausal affinity, and that has a soft synergy with Lightning Surge and the Facet of Dawn, where after a powered melee hit, I become Radiant. Let's say I get the kill with Lightning Surge. This gets enough of a damage bonus to body shot the next opponent. And typically, if you're using this combo, you will be one-shotting groups, and there will always be a straggler, sometimes just outside of that lightning surge range, but within slug shotgun range. So it makes a lot of sense. The two gameplays featured today are going to be Necrochasm and Monte Carlo, and I think both are equally effective on this build. Let's start with Necrochasm. It's a 0.75 time to kill at base. Then once you proc Desperation, also known as Desperado, it's a 0.6, and then its catalyst is 1 for Thrall, aka 1 for all. And with that damage bonus and Desperation, since you'll likely proc them both at the same time, since it has like a Firefly effect, a Cursed Throw Explosion, that counts as tagging other players. So sometimes you can get both procced at the same time, and it's going to be a 0.47 time to kill. The other weapon to mention is Monte Carlo, since it helps you refill your melees, and since you're using Prismatic Warlock, you get to backpack 2 extra melees, so 3 total. That makes Monte Carlo probably the better choice than Necrochasm, just so you can use your melee as a movement tool most of the time, but you also still have it as an offensive tool. Let's talk about the TTK here. Monte Carlo, 0.8 time to kill. Once you activate the Swashbuckler perk or Markov chain, whatever it's called, 0.6. But since you're using Prismatic and you get the Radiant, that's going to be a 0.5 TTK for doing what you were going to do anyway with Lightning Surge. So now these are the mods, and now let's explain the fragment choices. I needed stats. Although I do have Devour, Facet of Blessing still comes up when you punch them normally, and punching them normally makes sense too, since you do have the Spirit of Necrotic, which helps you potentially trade with Titans when they're doing Titan magic and desyncing with the network and punching your team repeatedly. If you're the first player to get punched, that necrotic poison helps your teammates potentially kill the Titan. So this is a really, really good fragment, since it's a melee build anyway. That's what you're going to be doing. Facet of Solitude is just a free tangle for getting your time to kill with auto rifles. And then Facet of Protection, since you're going to be lightning surging into groups. You don't want to get one punched. That's pretty much it. Sometimes I will run this build with, instead of Devour, Hellion, so Facet of Blessing makes even more sense. Then I also get Facet of Honor. When I pick up a Tangle, it gives me Darkness Transcendence energy, and Transcendence is we're talking about on this Prismatic build because it instantly refills all 3 of your melees, and I honestly think it's better than a super. So I made the choice of going Nova Bomb, but as I've been playing more console, I think if I'm going to stick to this build, I'm going to swap to Storm Trance or another boss super, because I feel like I whiff this Nova Bomb all the time, or it does some weird tracking where it like over-tracks the opponent instead of just flying in a straight linear path. And don't even get me started on Needle Storm, that thing is unusable. But anyway, I do change it up from time to time, and the goal is to build up Transcendence as fast as possible. And if you're using Lightning Surge, that's a light ability, so you need help building the Darkness Transcendence. I don't recommend just throwing the Arcane Needle. unless you got like a DMT scout rifle and have a lot of range or something. But I also use a cold snap grenade or a threadling grenade to assist with building the darkness meter, since your light meter is pretty much covered with just lightning surge. But in today's gameplay, I am using Devour because I'm going for kill streaks. Past that, let's talk about lightning surge now. The problem with it. On PC, I didn't notice dying to it as much because I'm a very aerial and mobile player. But on console, as you notice, I spec into mobility now. I bring it all the way to 10, and that is because I can't instantly 180 degree turn and backslide to get away from danger. Sometimes my side to side strafe is all I have. Not to mention, since I'm 100% playing against other controller players, I want to break their aim assist with fast strafe speed. But the problem with controller is as soon as I have to jump into the air to avoid lightning surge, I can't hit anything. Even if I switch both of these to in-flight compensators and I started speccing into Icarus, it's just not enough to put them down before they're in slug range or fusion rifle range. This is perhaps one of the most unavoidable deaths that I can think of on console, and I'm very curious, in addition to Warlock builds that you find competitive, what are the top 3 things that you die to in PvP most that you know are coming but can't do anything about? For me, Lightning Surge, Behemoth Melee, Grapple Melee, and Fusion Rifles come to mind. I will also say, I know that the Hunter Smoke is about to be thrown at me, and I know I'm going to be slid at by a Slug Shotgun. That one also gets me too. But yeah, see if you can make that list into a top 3. I'm very curious. Something like the Osmiomancy Cold Snap Grenade, I actually find really easy to avoid and to anticipate. Of course, I kind of expect my teammates to get hit by it, which is why on my Hunter, I run something like Triple Jump. Anyway, friends, I've talked a lot here. It's been a while since I've felt the motivation to post a video. I've been playing a lot of PvE in Destiny, trying to finish out my seasonal grind, going for stuff like this unvoiced shotgun by pushing Karev into the door, which I'm going to make an updated guide on. I've gotten so consistent at it. I'm averaging like 3-minute clears when it takes LFG groups 5 to 10 minutes. So yeah, this is just fantastic. The weapon model on this is so superior to Nessa, since Nessa has these annoying horn tendril things that can potentially block somebody sliding in, but this is the superior shotgun since you could pair it with the linear to get even more handling. Okay, friends, enjoy the gameplay. I will see you in the next one. Skipping the green to go straight to A choke. Two bursted by Red Death right there. That cost me my whole kit, unfortunately. Can I even make it to the spot I'm trying to get in? I don't have to. Power ammo is more important. He's burning, so we can't grab the power. Never mind. I was wrong. I guess Necrochasm doesn't stop him from grabbing, or that was someone else. Whatever power ammo dealt. Alright. Let me see. I'm just going to practice this jump while there's no advantage. Almost at it. One for throw if I'm quick. Alright, we're kind of gaming right now. Skip the ammo, stop A choke again. We want control of A. So I'm gonna see if I can rotate around the map while they're busy killing turrets. Huge. I will do whatever I have to live right here. I just want to flip the spawn in my teammates' favor. Do Phoenix time for 3P, Popped Heat rises. Taking my time, just waiting on teammates to respawn so we can have a full reset. Don't have green yet. That'll work for me. Not worth my super. Could have been a triple down and maybe a couple seconds of triple cap, but I'd rather have it to have the advantageous spawn in a future multi-zone. Or double zone, I mean. Might still burn out on that. We'll see. The console ego is mysterious. I just want the loot. So I learned how to play the mode better. It ain't complicated. I'm gonna let teammates power ammo do the work. I wish it got more value though. I would have used my own. Nah, yes, worth. Not if teammate uses his. Just gotta trust he gets the kill. I don't have green. I'm blow him up with the bombs though. Waste. Waste. One for throw? Not quite. Might have got a double with that. I need to use my super to get us map control here. That falling off the ledge and getting AE'd right there sucked. One more straggler to deal with. Please. Alright, let's start using some supers. There we go. It's just gonna be Nova Bomb trades for a little bit. Jotun is on the hunt. So they still got 2 Novas. I still think I kept 2 melee charges, and I think I refreshed Cold Snap if I didn't already have it. A quick hop while ADS will reset your weapon. I'm reading chat. Just after falling. I'm gonna try that in a sec. I need to hit a headshot here for desperation reload. There we go. He's still floating. Jump. Like a Nova. Alright, let's go try out this tip. I mean, I guess it kind of does. I see what you mean. I'm gonna try a new route. I'm gonna directly rush C. That just recover health? Get out of the way, propane tank. We use charcoal in this household. Or was it a helium tank? I don't know. Oh shit! 3-tap my ass back to puberty. Maybe he was a fan of King of the Hill, we'll see. Just need to tap somebody up with this Monte Carlo. Then I should have my melee in time. We found those crits. Was hoping he'd be like Tony Stark creating a new element. if I jumped over his head. Let's move this cover. Psych, that was too much. We want A flag for this mid zone. It's gonna take 2 rotations. No matter what. Getting shot for sure. I gotta try that strategy. I did not see that in the command list. You gotta add a kick the modem before lightning surge. Yes. Feed me. This is Duel of Fates with the other Warlock? I burned all my abilities there for the streak. It was a misplay for sure, though. An Axiom Bolt after all that? I didn't want to use my super there, but I got hit by the volatile melee, so it threw off my groove. At least I got abilities back on the Transcendence. You might have backup plan on that. I never considered that. That tangle could be useful. Sad times. Tried to delay that cold snap as best I could. Oh, that amplified almost just killed me. Alright, it's about to be super o'clock. I'm just random tossing a Nova as soon as I spawn. Are they gonna take it? We fighting for this? Off the top rope? Oh, it was a mercy, okay. Well, that last half didn't really have much going on, but that one streak, that was it. That was the build.